How's it going, Cock here? Welcome back to NHL 21 franchise mode. Coyotes in the desert. Today, we are picking up right where we left off. We are on January 20th at the All-Star break. And we made a lot of trades last episode, but we have kind of improved. I mean, we're 6-3-1 in our last 10, and we've played our way up into a playoff spot within striking distance of first place, which is wrong button. Which is a big deal. That's good. So after winning a President's Trophy last year, it's nice to be in a playoff spot. We're up by 4 points over the Flames and Canucks, who are both wild cards in the West, as you can see there. And it looks like if things stay like how they are, they're going to end up being both wild cards, because the Wild are 3 points back and have played more games than the Flames. But yeah, the Oilers, the Wild, I mean, they're not out of it yet. Nobody's out of it until all 82 games are played, but it is trending that direction. The Tampa Bay Lightning are just insane. 35-9-4 through 48 games, 74 points in 48 games. They are having a year. Holy crap. So I say we just get into it. The deadline will be up here. When is the deadline? February 26th is the trade deadline. I don't really see us making a whole lot on the deadline. I mean, maybe if an injury comes up, we could spend a little bit of maybe some draft capital. What do we have? Let me actually check that. I guess proposed trade's the best way to find out what we have. Draft picks. Yeah, so we have a first, we have a third, two fourths, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Okay, so we don't have a lot. We have an extra third next year, and we have an extra fourth this year. So it's not a lot, but between that and we have some prospects, I believe. Yeah, we have prospects, and not like these guys are these guys aren't available, but like guys down here could be Weber, maybe Frolov, maybe Holstrom, guys like that, Robertson, Pekaslati, excuse me, yeah, those kind of guys could be available if we need it, or if I'm just not seeing the need to keep them. I'm thinking Weber is maybe our trade asset. It's not like we need a whole lot. We are running pretty hot right now. This injury we have to Barrett Hayton makes us look a little worse than we actually are, because it has Connor Sheary playing on the first line left wing instead of Claude Giroux. But Giroux playing center is a big boon to us. Such a great player. He's actually leading our team in points, and he's plus 20. I mean, he has been playing with Clayton Keller, but he can slide over and play center, and he's proven to be pretty effective at it, or very effective. And it just is a lot of extra depth in just having a guy who can play both positions. And I was looking through, and actually Rylan Rupp can take faceoffs. He's actually not bad. I think he's a 79. So like, that's pretty much, I mean, that's pretty good for centers. I think like Yevgeny Malkin is like, I think he used to be, I'm not sure if he still is, but he had like a 72 face-off rating, or like 70. Like, he was never known for being great at them in the games. So let's just get in here. Let's get stuck in this Vegas game coming out of the trade deadline. That's an important one, because I believe... Oh man, hold on. Let me actually go do this drafting thing. Let me do some scouting. Let me throw some scouts around, and I'll be actually right back. And I'll try to remember to finish the point I was just talking about. All right, so I just did a little bit of assigning some scouts to scout guys who were trending from like 20 to 50 because that's kind of where we tend to draft. Ooh, a second next year and a fifth this year for a third in Blichfield. Or Blickfield? It's probably Blickfield. Blickfeld. Shit. I can't no. No, thank you. He's been playing on their second line. Oh, he's not signed. He's an RFA. Get out of here with this crap. Oh, he's probably pretty decent then. He had 31 points last year. No. No, thank you. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, that tends to be where we draft. Oh, Barrett Hayton's back. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm actually going to... he'll probably be... We'll edit lines manually. I was going to say let's leave him out, but he'll probably be fine for when that game comes up. Jesper... I don't want to get rid of Jesper Fost. Okay, let me finish my point, what I was going to say. Yeah, we tend to draft... Like, we're kind of drafting late first round, and then we don't really have a second rounder. So I just kind of threw some guys who would be in that late 20 or mid, from the 20s to the 40s. Just some guys just trying to get potential in comparison. So Jesper Fost has played these games since... Has it been 9 games since Barrett Hayton played? Hold on. There's no, good... I guess, yeah, it's been 9 games since he played? Right? Hold on, let me find... 50, 50, 50... Okay, so it's 8 games. Okay, so we played 8 games without Barrett Hayton. I think he must have missed one earlier. And... What was I? Oh, yeah, and Jesper Fost has been brought into the lineup, and he's been playing very, very well. -4, so that's not great, obviously, but he's still put up numbers, 3 goals, 2 assists, playing on the 4th line. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. He's not a -4. He's a +8 here. God, I forgot that he played on Calgary. We picked him up off of waivers, I believe, or maybe it was a trade. Not sure. There's no good way to tell. I don't remember now. God. How do I not remember? It's been a couple weeks, actually, since I recorded part 13. Because I recorded a couple at the time. So, yeah. I gotta start going back and checking on those. I normally do. I didn't this time. I didn't think that much happened. I guess other than all the trades where we traded away, all the big players. So yeah, Jesper Fost has been playing pretty well. So I'm not, it's not that I don't want him to play, or it's not that I don't want to take him out of the lineup, but I don't want to take him out of the lineup. But Backlund's also been playing very well, so I think, oh man, I get, okay, so I think what we had, was it Timashov? Yes, this is what it was, yeah. Okay, and then we're going to put, did Giroux come in for everybody? Hold on. Yeah, Giroux slotted in for Hayton. And then Sheary went in for Giroux. Okay, so that means that's what I need to do. Oh. Okay. So, Hayton's got to come in for Giroux. Now, this is big. This is important, because this is really going to determine how good of a team we are. Is this little stretch, this lead up to the trade deadline, because they are very, we're back, we're healthy. This is going to determine not what team we have, but whether I'd buy, what kind of am I expecting in the playoffs. I'm expecting a win, or at least win a round. We have to. I mean, we have to win a round at this point. It's got to happen. We've been screwed for too long, quite frankly. Okay, what are my centers? There we go. Claude Giroux back in. Dmitro Timashov? Or are we putting Shiri on the 4th line? I think that's what we did. Okay, well that's what we're going with. I don't think that really affects anything. Guryanov, Giroux, yeah. Yeah, that doesn't affect anything. None of those guys. All right, that's good. And I also, oh yeah, they asked me for this last time. Anze Kopitar. That's a pretty decent deal, but I have Claude Giroux. What do I need Anze Kopitar for, really? I mean, he did kind of kick our ass in the playoffs, but I guess that is kind of a hair of the dog, the bitches situation. Maybe that makes sense. I don't think it does, though. Maybe if it were like one of the lower down guys to fill out our bottom 6. I think our top 6 is set. Sorry, I was getting peaky there. I think our top 6 is set, but I just don't... I don't know. I think this is just the situation where this is the team I've got. Oh, Clayton Keller scores right off the bat. Yeah, I think this is just a situation where this is the team I've got, and most of it will be here next year, kind of like it was this past year. We've made a couple deals. We've cleared up a little bit of money, too, to help re-sign guys like Teuvo Teravainen. And let me get it up to 8 times speed. I don't know what I'm doing. Re-sign guys like Teuvo Teravainen. Our problem, Clayton Keller again. Oh, Cody Glass. Cody Glass brings them back within 1. Our main problem is Elvis Merzlikins, who has it's a safe percentage in the 800s. I believe it's an 887. I think it's an 887, which is just not great. Not great. Peyton Krebs gets 1 for the Vegas Golden Knights. Not ideal. This is such an even game right now. So very even. Like Shaw, Jesse Puljujärvi. Let's go. Oh, but then Jonathan Marchessault. So we need Connor Sheary to score. Oh, not Alex Tuck. Connor Sheary, I said. Ugh. So they get a big 3-goal period. Clayton Keller is on hat trick watch. Let's get into this 3rd period. Let's try this. Let's get stuck in here. Come on, boys. We need this. Oh, we need this goal. Connor Sheary, just like I friggin' said. Let's go. Let's go. This game, like I was saying before I got interrupted with scouting, this game is massive. This game has huge playoff implications. I believe we're 1 point, we're 1 point behind Vegas. So now if we win, because we're going to overtime now, if we win, we're tied. But if we lose, we still got a point, and we're the same, or we're only 2 points behind them, which is amazing. So that's a big point on the board. Let's go out there and get the 2nd point. Come on, Clayton Keller hat trick for overtime. I'm manifesting. Oh, it's gonna go to a shootout, but Clayton Keller scores in the shootout. Not a hat trick, but he does score. Claude Giroux as well. Mark Stone for the Vegas Golden Knights. 2 goals. Cody Glass had 6 hits and a goal. Goal and assist from Alex Tuck. Let's see what... So it was Keller from Giroux and Guryanov, and then Keller from Giroux and Soderstrom. Then we had Puljujärvi with his 8th of the year. Awesome. From Hamilton and Ruzicka. Which I like that 3rd line now that we've got Dmitro Timashov on it. It's been playing pretty well. Alex Tuck. Okay. Connor Sheary scores from Igor Liabushkin. Igor? Is it Igor? Now I'm suddenly not remembering. What is his name? Yeah, it's Igor Liabushkin. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. So like I said before, we are now tied with the Golden Knights. They are up on the tiebreaker because they have more games at hand. Or no, games left. They have games at hand. God, I'm forgetting all the terminology now too. But we have 29 wins and they have 27. They have a lot of loser points. They have 4 more loser points than we do. So, okay. We're tied for the lead in our division's win percentage. The problem is that the Sharks also have more loser points than us. So let's go. Next week there's 2 games against divisional rivals. I want to get through them too. Let's just skip over Dallas and let's go straight to LA, our mortal enemies, the LA Kings. We get shut out against Dallas. That's not great. Not amazing when we really need to capitalize on these kind of games. And I don't know, is Dallas any good? Let's wait here for a second. I know the Kings are bad. The Stars are pretty good. They're pretty good. Yeah, they're gonna make the playoffs, likely gonna make the playoffs. Okay, so the Kings are last in the division, actually. I did not realize that they were that bad. And they just broke my heart last year, too. Ruined me. First period, Anze Kopitar. I guess I have to accept that trade for Anze Kopitar for the simple reason that, like, he can't score on me. I mean, he can, but he can't score on me if he's on my team. JVR also gets one. I don't know if I said that or not. And then Jesper Fast gets one for us. We are out shooting them pretty well, though. Second period, nothing from the second. Let's come on here. Come on. We're not shooting them. They closed it up in the second. Ilya, not Igor, Ilya Lyabushkin, that's his name, scores in the third period to tie it. And then Kalle Yarncroke, Mr. Ironhook. Come on. No, not that way. Oh, no. Here we go. This is not what I needed. This is not at all what I needed. Fitzpatrick? And a second for Tyler Toffoli and a third. Now, Fitzpatrick's a pretty decent goalie prospect. He's an elite medium, 60 overall. He's 20 years old. He doesn't play in the AHL? No, he still plays in junior. He's not very good. Well, I mean, it's junior. What do you know? And then Tyler Toffoli has 15 goals, 14 assists. I mean, he's up at the end of the year, a second for the third. I just don't. It doesn't do it for me. I get it. It's not like the value there is good. I don't really want to get rid of Fitzpatrick. We're kind of in a goalie free fall right now, so I don't want to just be trading. I kind of need one of these goalies to like land. Yeah, so I'm not going to take that one, especially because I essentially have that between the 2 guys I picked up, Jesper Fast and Connor Sheary, especially Connor Sheary. He's very much impressed me so far. So let's get through here. First period, Turbo Teravainen, and then Rylan Rupp. Joe Pavelski does get one for the Sharks, but we are out shooting them 16-9. So let's get in here. Second period, nothing in the second. We're having slow second periods recently. So let's just see if we can close this one out. This is a big one. Teuvo Teravainen with the hat trick. What a game. Can we hold on, though? Vander Kane gets one. Oh, Tomas Hertl gets one. Ugh. Okay, Rylan Rupp buries another one. Thank God. Okay, I can breathe easy. So, Teuvo Teravainen from OEL, Barrett Hayton from Rylan Rupp and Lyabushkin, Rupp from Keller and Teravainen from Soderstrom and Hayton, and then Rupp from Teravainen. You want to talk about a game. He just had a 5-point night, Teuvo Teravainen did. He's been struggling on the goals this year. That hat trick will get that number up, but man, oh man. 2 assists as well. I mean, that's a lot. Let's check his points here. So he's now up to 44 assists with that two goals. So that 5-point game put him at over a point a game. So he would have been 50 points with 53 games played. And then he just went out there and had an absolutely amazing night and skyrockets. He's over a point a game player now, which is just fantastic. And he was pretty close to being a point a game player for us last year. Wasn't quite there. He doesn't really score goals in this system so much. I mean, he only had the one last year. He's been very, very, very good as a playmaker. And he doesn't really have to score goals because he's got this guy on his line. Like, hold on. I'm always scrolling past it. Yes, here we go. 32 goals for Rylan Rupp. And only 7 of them are power play goals. To me, that is very impressive. I mean, like, some guys just get, like, just dying out on the power play. And Rupp gets goals on the power play, for sure. But he's not just scoring on the power play. And I think that's very, very impressive. Jesper Foss down here is up to 10. He's up to 4 with us. 6 points in 13 games. I say we let we let Foss sit. We put back in our other scratched forward, who is Michael Backlund, right? Or should we let JCB play one? I say we let we got to get JCB into a game. Let's let him play a game down here with Dimashov and Bluger. Oh, and I said Timashov was on the third line. He's not. Sure he is. Who he hasn't scored a goal in a minute, but let's, he does help the chemistry. You can put Timashov, Puljujärvi, Bluger. I think we're going to do that. We're just going to swap Puljujärvi and Bodin. Just for this game. We're going to see how the Flames do. The Flames are not, actually, no, we're not. We're going to give it a week, I guess. Let's get up here to a game. We'll go to this next Flames game. Oh, Fitzpatrick a second, a third, and Knights for Howden and Hartman. That's Ryan Hartman, right? Ryan Hartman, who has 9 goals and 10 assists in 52 games. No, thank you. Why would I give up? I mean, Brett Howden's supposed to be pretty good, right? He's 25. He had 55 points last year. He is a center. Don't really need one. I'm kind of good. I kind of got my team. Tucker Poolman on waivers. He's a defenseman, yeah, so we don't need a defenseman. If a forward went on waivers, we do pick up a point, by the way, against the Flames. We lost in overtime, but still point's a point. Fitzpatrick and 2/3 for Howden. No, thank you. I don't want Brett Howden. He doesn't do it for me. Please stop asking. The Devils, we win against the Devils. 3-1 win over the Devils. That's good. Okay, so let's just get in here. Sim game. Oh, jeez Louise. Okay, so Giroux opens the scoring, and then Elvis Mears-Lickens gives up, I don't know, 4 goals on, at most, 8 shots. That's, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's bad. And then Kakkonen comes in and he gives up another goal. So they have more goals than we have saves. So that's bad. Okay, whatever. Second period. And the beating continues. Teddy Bluger does get 1. Mark Pysyk, Arturi Lehkonen extend the lead. We're just going to go ahead. That is not good. That is, quite frankly, bad. Kakkonen gave up Jesus Christ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goals from Kakkonen, and then 4 from Mears-Lickens. So let's just go ahead and check these goalie stats. Hold on a second. I have to see this. Okay, so Elvis Merzlikins gave up 4 goals on 6 shots. I think you pull somebody after the third. And then Kaapo Kakkonen gave up... Wow. Jesus Christ. He gave up 7 goals on 25 shots. So he did at least make 18 saves, I guess. He has a 720 save percentage. Oof. Oof. That is disgustingly bad. His goals against is still better than... Look at this. Oh my god. Elvis Merzlikins had a 41.26 goals against average, not save percentage. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, well, you can't lose like that and keep the rosters the same. That's just the fact at the end of the day. Okay, so we got to do something. We've got to do something. I think we... wow, somehow Beaudin... Timashov is a minus 13. Wow. Puljujärvi... Okay, we're putting Puljujärvi back with the third line. We're leaving Connor Sheary. Timashov has 9 goals, though. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to put down here, we're going to put Jesper Fast back in the lineup. Well, actually, no. We're not. We're going to do Backlund right-handed. Now, he's a lefty, but he's not a bad player. We can put him there. Sheary can play right. Okay, then that's what we'll do. We're going to put Backlund on the left, Bluger down the center. What do we want Backlund? Okay, yeah, we'll put Bluger on the left, Backlund up the gut, Sheary on the right. Okay, yeah, you can't put Puljujärvi down there. Okay, and then Hayton. You, yeah, so... Oh, Dennis Gurianov, minus 21. Very, very poor showing from Gurianov. Defensively, he's still... I mean, he's basically Victor Olsen. And you got to think some of that time was him playing on the third line. He was really bad there. Or, no, was it? Was it even? I don't even remember now. Something's got to give. I say... We put Giroux and Hayton on the second line and let Giroux play center, make Hayton play wing. Yeah, and then Guriana. I mean, that kind of does defeat the chemistry. Okay, but Hayton on the first with Rupp. I say let's try it. So then that's Keller, playmaker, Rupp, sniper. That's our best goal scorer, our best playmaker, right there, together with probably one of our best defensive forwards. And then Giroux, Teravainen, and Gurianov are just secondary. So they're great playmaker, who's also pretty good defensively, and then great goal scorer, who's having a bit of a down year, 19 goals. Giroux can also pot goals like it's nothing. So, Timashov, yeah, we already did that. Okay. And I understand the problem is between the pipes, but I can't really do anything about it. So, I don't know what. Like, I can't just... And there's no goalies available. Like, I've looked. There's no goalies available. We lose against... Wow, they're really going to try and trade the Flames. I mean, can he play for us twice in a year? I mean, he wasn't very good for us this year. And he hasn't been very good for the Calgary Flames either. So Looks like we got out from under Jaden Shorts. I mean, out from under. He wasn't making that much and he expired at the end of the year. But it looks like we jumped ship on him at the right time. We do pick up a win, and then another loss, but then a big 6-4 win over the Ottawa Senators. Let's sim this game against Florida, who's pretty good. 37-win team out here in Florida. Getting Malkin. Oh, yeah, that's right. They lost Barkov and then went out and signed Malkin. So they've replaced one first-line center with another. Okay, good. The second line, I mean, they're both power play goals, but still the second line, Teravainen and Giroux. Let's just do the third. Oof. Okay, we'll do overtime. Come on. Oh, they're out shooting us so badly. 50 shots for the Panthers, but it doesn't matter. Michael Backlund buries it in the shootout. Don't know why he was playing. Maybe we win a while. I'll give the game the benefit of the doubt. So this team is 34, 25, and 3. 5, 4, and 1. We've kind of started treading water again. We're still 3 points up on the... Oh my god, the Kings have climbed back. If it comes down to us and the Kings... Like, if we have to play the Kings and we have to beat the Kings to make it into the playoffs, we're going to lose. They are our mortal enemies. They have our number. They're quite frankly, they have the book on us. I was going to look at stats. Let me look at the stats here. Team, okay. I want to see team stats because... Okay, so we score... No. We score a reasonable... I mean, we score a pretty good amount of goals. I mean, like, if we have 2 more goals, we're in second. You know, we're within... There's a big group of haves and have-nots here, it seems, in the Pacific Division. So that's not a big deal. Not super concerned that we're middle. I mean, we're 4th, but we're tied for 3rd, and then we're 1 goal. Yeah, so goals for per game, though, we're still... Okay, so that's the same. Goals against... Probably pretty bad. No, we're not even... We're 3rd in the division. Maybe I'm just, like, too hard on our... I mean, you gotta think, that includes that 11... Man, that was, yeah, that 11, whatever, 11-2 loss? Right? What was it? 11-2? I don't know. We gave up 11 goals against. It was not good. A power play percentage is... pretty bad, 2nd worst in the division. Okay, so maybe we're just not scoring on the power play? I wanted to see our penalty kill. We have a pretty decent penalty kill. We have really good shorthanded offense numbers. 16-12 home, 18-13 and 3 away. I don't really see it. I see maybe our power play could be better. So who scores power play points? So Teravainen, Giroux, Guryanov score a lot of power play points. And then Keller and Rupp and Hamilton do as well. Hayton, Timashov he plays on the power play. I thought, okay, I didn't know he did that. I guess I did. Yes, I did. Yeah, I do now. I just can't help but feel like our problem's right here, but apparently we... Okay, so wait a second. So we don't give up... We do give up a lot of goals. No, we don't give up a lot of goals. But we do have bad save percentages. So if we had like good over 900 save percentages, which we do have in Kaapo Kähkönen, but still, we would be doing pretty well, right? Also, Lucas Dostal is down in the AHL. I did send him back down after last game. I never checked. Do we have any guys who were... I don't think we did. We almost did a couple years ago, but then it was Clayton Keller got like robbed, wasn't it? Dude, Ryan O'Reilly. It's just a freaking Ryan O'Reilly award. It's always like that in the game, though. I don't know why. It's just like the game always has one guy who's just like the best, and it goes for like 5 years at a time. They'll just do that. Of course, William M. Jennings trophy, Jimmy Howard and Elvis Merzlikins from 3 years ago. Not getting that today, though, are we? Yeah, okay, no, we didn't have any trophies. Didn't think we did, but I just remembered, and I don't know if we checked that. I guess let's see who's on blocks. Proposed trade. I mean, we have a couple guys here. We could make a bit of a move, maybe for like a power play. Maybe that Tyler Toffoli deal. Maybe that, I don't know. Maybe let's check my power play first. Oh, nope. That was the wrong one. Edit lines. Edit lines. Special teams. Yeah, so Rupp, Keller, Teravainen, Giroux, Hayton, Gurion. So maybe Gurionov. Also Hamilton. Hold up. He has 5 power play points. Ekman Larson has 5 power play points. Hamilton has like friggin' 16? 10, not 16. Okay, so let's put Dougie up here. Okay, he seems to like being on the offside. I guess we'll put Giroux. Yeah, Giroux's right-handed, so that could work. Teravainen, Rupp, Hamilton, Giroux. How about Soderstrom? Does he put up power play? He has no power play points. Okay. Michael Backlund also has no power play points. Didn't realize he was on here. Okay, so we're going to put Dmytro Timashov on there. I don't know who else on this team has like really good offensive numbers. So Puljujärvi does not put up power play points. He's not been bad this year. He's 8 goals, 8 assists. He does have 1 goal and an assist on the power play. So I guess that's not nothing. What about Jesper Fast? I mean, he does have a pretty decent shot. He can skate. Not great offensive awareness. I think that's why he's not super highly rated. What about Ruzicka? He can shoot. He's got puck skills. He's got pretty decent offensive awareness. 84. Reasonably good defensively, I guess. Not the best skater ever. He's more of a physical guy. I guess it's Connor Sheary. I guess Connor Sheary is the guy. He doesn't really get power play time. He has put up some points, and he's got 85 offensive awareness. He can shoot. Okay. So Connor Sheary's the guy. Then, so Gurionov, Hayton. So is this the all lefty? Yes, this is an all lefty. That's amazing. I love that. I love that. All lefties. Okay, so we'll try out that. And if that, I mean, well, there's no games. I don't know. If a trade comes up for a guy who can play like third line or second line power play to just help out that second power play and can maybe put some goals in, then if that comes up, then maybe we make that deal. Let's check who's available, though. So pretty clearly the Kings are trying to get rid of Kopitar and the Habs are trying to get rid of Toffoli. The Bruins are trying to get rid of Vinny Hinostroza. Not really interested in him. And they're trying to get rid of Jaden Schwartz. Man, you know who'd help out the power play? Jaden Schwartz. if they retain salary on Jaden Schwartz. I feel like that should be illegal. I feel like we can't. That's illegal. We can't trade Jaden Schwartz. That's illegal. I'm calling it now. That's illegal. Ryan Dzingel makes an ungodly amount of money for an ungodly amount of time. Tyler Johnson plays center, and he can play the wing. He puts up goals. What's a guy with good offensive awareness? 86? Scott Lawton? God, don't do that to me again. I don't think this... They're just trading all the Finns. The Blackhawks are. Apparently they don't like Finns. Okay, they're not trading anybody for some reason. Marcus Sorensen. Oh, they're trying to get rid of Dmitry Orlov. Oh, he wasn't all he was cracked up to be, was he? Huh. Mikhail Saprikin? Man, I had... You know those guys... Those, like, guys that you just get when you do, like, a really good long GM mode, where you just get a superstar. I did I think it was his NHL 18, did a solar, or, like, I did a, whichever one let you do expansion, and so I guess that would have been 19, NHL 19. I did a 30-second franchise for the Orlando Solar Bears, and it was awesome. I got this guy, and his name was Saprikin. I forget his first name, and he was just like, I mean, he was like Alexander Ovechkin. He was insane. I tracked his own statistics, like, on my own in a like a spreadsheet or a Word doc or whatever. And this dude was like 27, and I drafted him first overall in like the first year, the second, or whatever. It was one of the early years, like a rebuild year. And we and like he went to the playoffs like every single year, and because he was like the last piece we needed. And then we started really rolling, and we won like 2 or 3 cups. We went to the playoffs every year. We won like 2 rounds, sometimes 3, or most of the time 3. And this dude passed like Patrick Marleau in like his 3rd year in the league, or 4th year in the league for playoffs. Like he was like approaching records. Like he played like 15, 20 playoff games every year, and he scored in all of them. He was insane. I just love those are the stories that you get with a good GM mode. So that Saprikin name, that just reminded me of that. So he doesn't seem to be quite the same caliber of player. He's a minor 4th liner. So I think Andrei Kopitar maybe makes sense. He's been so good, even though he's clearly faltering. I mean, he had 83 points last year. He kicked our ass. Let's see these playoff statistics. He had freaking 13 points in 14 games. So that means they went, 3 rounds? If they played us in 5, yeah, they went 3 rounds. Yeah, would have had to have. It's damn good for the Kings. Kopitar's clearly slowing down. He's clearly lost a step this year. I don't think he's gonna fix our problems. He could. 3rd line center. He's into the end of his contract. We could get him for less than what they were trying to get from me. We could maybe trade like Joe Weber for him. That's something to come back to. Tyler Toffoli's the other one. But Tyler Toffoli's worth too much. He's an 87 or something like that. 18 goals, 16 assists. He's a right winger. Doesn't play center. Kopitar can play center. Is cheaper. Is older. Maybe trying to win a cup. I'm not sure. Kopitar seems like maybe not a bad idea. Frankie Vetrano. Does he really help the power play? I mean, not that Kopitar helps the power play out a lot. He does. He has 10 power play points though. Not playoff. What am I looking for here? Yeah, he doesn't play on the power play. Frankie Vetrano. Yeah, let me go back and check that. It was 10, wasn't it? Kopitar has 10 power play points. And he's got like 87 offensive awareness. And he's also got like a rocket shot. Like, he's super good. I think Anze Kopitar is calling my name. We don't need a defenseman. We don't need like a, Sammy Vatanen. Craig Smith, maybe. It just doesn't make sense. Howden, Shesterkin, those guys I can't even. Oh, wait. They're trying to get rid of Igor Shesterkin. He has an 894, but he's like a 90 overall. Oh, and they're trying to get rid of him because they can't re-sign him. Jeez, guys. There's no way we could afford him. Could we? We have 82. We can take on up to 89 this year. I don't know what we can do next year. But we have Teravainen's going to get a raise. I think it's Rylan Rupp or Soderstrom or both. Maybe it's Soderstrom. I think it's Soderstrom is going to get a raise. I don't know if we can. God, this team really needs a goalie, though. I mean, if we're trading for him, we're clearly giving up Fitzpatrick. Oh no, cancel. Like, we have to give up Fitzpatrick. They would also have too few goalies. Hold up. Do we trade Merzlikins, who's signed? He's cost controlled. He's also not been good. 896. I mean, he has technically been better than... God. These poor guys. He has technically been better than Igor Shesterkin. Is it worth it to take a Hail Mary? Because this trade, I think, might go through. And then if we can get a guy like... We're not getting Tony DeAngelo or Zach Sanford, for that matter. For that and Brett Howden? Shesterkin and Howden? For Fitzpatrick and Merzlikins? Because the other thing is, we try and re-sign, depending on how Shesterkin is, this is essentially another Ilya Samsonov, like, Hail Mary. But then if Shesterkin's bad, or is just so ungodly expensive that we can't afford to sign him, then we have, oh, what's his name? Oh, geez. We have Kaapo Kähkönen, who's... I mean, it's hard to tell how good... I mean, he's been better than... Merzlikins. Let me find him. Kaapo Kähkönen. Yeah, he's 902. But then we also have Lucas Dostal, who's 23. He's an 82 overall. He had a 906 in his 2 games up here. And he has like a 918 in Tucson. I mean, Fitzpatrick is the guy. I mean, he's the best goalie prospect we've got. So maybe we try something to hold on to Fitzpatrick. Who do they want? They want Pavelski. They're not getting him. They're not getting Kearns. Eskalainen. Dude, Eskalainen has grown. He's been very impressive. Delandria, Weber. We don't really have picks. We do have a second next year, though. Does a second and Merzlikins get it done? They do want a second. I don't think it gets it done, guys. Shesterkin. I mean, that's a good goalie. That's the guy I wanted, not Samsonov. What did he have last year? 903, 893. Yeah, I don't think that makes any sense. I mean, it's not like he's... I mean, what if he bounces back to what he was before? I mean, I just don't think it's worth it to us to pay a lot for a goalie. So... Oh, I wanted to go back. Okay, so we're at the Rangers there. Come on, Rangers, there we go. Okay, so yeah, that just doesn't make any sense. It's not the right deal. I don't want to trade Fitzpatrick if I don't have to. And it's not like Shesterkin's really worth it either. Philip Schlappick. 26 years old, 20 goals, 47 assists, plus 23 on the Ottawa Senators. Does he dine out on the power play? He's got 20... Oh, he's playing in AHL. Ah! Jesus Christ, I was like, I should have seen the Belleville thing up there. So, he's a, like, elite AHL player. What the hell are you guys doing? He hasn't played in the NHL in 2 years? He's an 83 overall. Or supposed to be. I don't know. I don't even know what he's like at the NHL level, so... How am I supposed to trade for him? No, I don't need... Kasperi Cap... They're trading Sidney Crosby. Hold on. Is it the end of his year? The end of his deal? He's got 2 years left. Oh my god. Hold on. We can trade for Sidney Crosby. They have Ryan O'Reilly, too. Oh my goodness. 3 years and 2 years left. Okay, we're not... Well, that's just not going to happen. And they have Jonathan... What the hell are they doing out here? They got Crosby, O'Reilly, Taves, Kapanen, Keith, and Goligoski, and Achari. So wait, their centers are O'Reilly, Crosby, Taves, Achari? Okay, we'll check those other guys. I mean... Let's check who's left, and then we'll come back. So Pittsburgh is interesting, and the Kings are interesting. TJ Brody. Don't really need defensemen, like I've said. You know, even injuries, like we've got a couple guys that can be moved around now. Vinny Trocheck. 5 power play points. He doesn't expire this year. I want a rental. I want to like reward the team, even though I've been like frustrated with them. I want to like give them a little something, and I think it's Kopitar. It's got to be Kopitar. Bring him in, be like, hey, I know you're the guy who kicked our ass last year. Here's what we can do, and I think Joe Weber and maybe a late round pick should do it. Should get it done. Jake McCabe. Like, what good? I mean, Jake McCabe could be good. He would fit in our power play lines or some, apparently. That's interesting. It's not the worst. I mean, they can't trade their big center. That sucks for the Jets because he's injured. They can't trade their big prospect that they want to move. The Kings sure seem like it, because Kopitar is cheap. Sure, he's old. Sure, he's fallen off. But he can just play like 4th line minutes and just get power play. Help the power play out. Be able to play center if we need you. Kopitar. Let's try this. Now, do they want Weber? They don't want Weber. Now, we're not giving up Supis or Luhivara. Where is Weber? Or Trent Carson. Okay, Joe Weber. Okay, so that's not enough to do it on its own. Are there any other guys who are really low overalls? Connor Mar, Pavelski, Bowie, whatever. JJ Paterka. Okay, I think it's time to move on from John Jason Paterka. And then, oh, that might actually work. But I want them to retain salary. Just like $3 million. Oh, they don't have enough money. Okay, well, we'll get 2.75 million. So that's 7.5 million. So that leaves us with 8. Okay. Man, we have so much cap space. Okay, so that leaves us with 7 and a... Or no. It's not... Yeah, it's not... Whatever. We're just getting 2.75. Retained. So that leaves it with 8... Or no, 7.25. $7.25 million. That's... Not the worst thing ever. Okay, let's try it. Trade rejected. They're not particularly interested in what I'm sending them. So that means they're gonna want a guy on their list. Okay. They want Pulya Yarvi. Doesn't want Bobrovsky. Okay. Luhavara. I'm not super interested in trading Luhavara. Let's try Bobrovsky. It's a bit off. I'm a bit off. That's fine. That's fine. We can come over here. We got that extra 4th, so let's try a 5th. Trade accepted. Awesome. So that's Weber, Paterka. So that's basically spare parts for a new forward. Who can just hopefully help our power play, because that's a big area of weakness on this team, is the power play. I think we're gonna just have to stay with it on the goalies, and then I don't really see the need to. I mean, maybe we go get like a Jake McCabe for the decor. I'm not really sure, because then that still lets Lyubushkin play. Who had McCabe? What was that? That was, oh no. Was it? It wasn't Florida. It was, wasn't the Islanders. It was one of these teams back here then. Was it? Oh, that's the wrong side. Let's see here. Was it the Leafs? No. We do have Muzzin. He's too good. Was it the Golden Knights? They always have people. No, they do have some players, some pretty good players. Ah, there they go, the Capitals. Okay, I just missed it when I went through it the other time. Now he's signed for next year, but he would probably help out he'd certainly help out defensive depth. And I say we go out and sign him. Now, or not sign him. Let's see about trading for him though, because hold on. Okay, our 6 defensemen include Capobianco and Lyubushkin, who are both waiver eligible. Yes. Okay, because we're not sending down Soderstrom. That's just not going to happen. I think Faust is the guy who gets sent down. And he's not going to get claimed because he was really just a salary dump. Or yeah, he's too expensive for anybody to claim him. So that should clear it. Yeah, so let's just get try and get this done for McCabe. Well, I guess let's see who they want first. Vara, Bluger, Bodan, Puljujarvi, Backlund. Oh, I could trade Backlund. He's not really necessary. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. We're going to trade Backlund because we just upgraded his position, essentially. They're going to need a prospect, so because we can't give them an actual player. Nolan Foote, Robertson, Frolov. Okay, let's give them Pakaslotti. And then how does that work out? They're going to need a little bit more value. Definitely going to need more value. Okay, so let's give them a pick. We'll give them one of those fourths. So we'll give one of our fourth, Pakaslotti, and Backlund for Jake McCabe. Trade rejected. Doesn't quite far off. Interesting. Okay, so let's try a third instead of a fourth and call that a day. Trade accepted. Okay. And now we have an invalid roster. So we do have the proper amount of players, though. So that meant we got to keep Jesper Fast. We don't really need Backlund now. So let's edit these lines and then let's get through the trade deadline because there's stuff going on. Okay, so our lines have gone back to the more traditional setup of Giroux, Keller, Guryanov, Teravainen, Hayton, Rupp, Timashov, Ruzicka, Puljujärvi. And then on the fourth line, we have Bluger still playing left wing, Shiri still on the right, and then Anze Kopitar down the middle. And I have a feeling he's better than an 81. Not much. He's probably still like an 83 or something like that. He could be 82, 83. Not really sure. But he comes into play a little later. So on defense, we have Ekman Larsson and Soderstrom, the Swedish dynamic duo in here. That was me just checking to make sure that Soderstrom was actually Swedish. And then on defense, we have the Swedish duo on the first pair still, Ekman Larsson and Soderstrom. And then we have Chikrin Hamilton still. God, I hope we can sign Hamilton. He's going to want to raise, but God, I hope we can sign him. He's so good. He fits his team perfectly. Quarterback's our power play. Great player. And then we have Capobianco out of the lineup as a healthy scratch. And Jake McCabe slots in there to hopefully play some reasonably good defensive hockey. We'll see. Where is the... Yeah, he's not amazing defensively, but he is pretty decent offensively, so hopefully he just plays well. If he is actually an 82 overall, him playing on the third pair with Lyubushkin adds... that would make him an 85, which would be crazy. That'd be a really good third pair. Boy, am I so glad I didn't get rid of Lyubushkin, because he sells this third pair. He's so good. So very good. Goalies are still the same. Merzlikins with his 896. Kakkonen with his 902. And then we have... Oh, wrong button. We have special teams. So Rupp, Keller, Teravainen, Hamilton, Giroux, like I did last time. Or just... Not last time. Like I just set it up a minute ago. Timashov, now Hayton, Guryanov, Kopitar on the half wall, just like Giroux, and then Ekman Larsson. So this is still an all left-handed power play, and should be pretty decent. Let's find out. Kopitar has put up some serious numbers on the power play this year. 10 points, which would put him up there with our like Dougie Hamilton and stuff like that. Like I guess that's how bad our power play's been. So that's where he slots in, and I hope he helps us. So that's all I'm gonna do. I don't really have the capital, the assets, anything really to do more. So we've made a lot of trades this year. We've shipped out a lot of guys. As I get back in here, we are not the same team we were going into this year. I think we're better in a lot of ways, and I think we're maybe not quite as deep, but we are maybe more balanced. And we also have some very good prospects for the future down here. Maybe not so much Easton Knights, who's just a low top 9, but he has been playing very well in 77 overall at 20 years old. Matthias Michelli, also just a top 9. Nolan Foote over here, top 6 still. Potential. 23 years old. He's getting a little old, but we'll see. This here guy, Kai Eskalinen? I think it's Eskalinen. 18 years old, has already grown to be very good. 22 goals, playing on the 4th line. Oh wait, no. Where's that from? Oh no, okay, so he played with Manitoba. Yeah, and we got him in that trade. So yeah, 22 goals, only 6 of them coming here, so he probably should be bumped up. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do that. We're gonna let Eskalinen play there. This is, yes, and then Delandry is still there. He's only 23 years old, so he's still a potential guy. In the same way that Nolan Foote is, except he's already better. Yeah, so no reason to really go look in. I mean, the guys down there are playing pretty well. The goaltending helps a lot, having some really good goalies for the AHL. So let's go ahead and try to get through this season, because that's all I can really do. So I kind of already burned all my games. Let's just sim up here. Let's see what we can do. I'm not going to trade for Jaden Schwartz. Yeah, keep current trade block. We're not doing the... No, we're simming. We're not doing the trade deadline. That's it. We're done. I assume lots of great trades were had. Tyler Toffoli probably went somewhere, I'm sure. Oh, Capo, or... What is his name? Kasperi Kapanen. And I've said Capo Kakinen so much that I forgot what the other guy's name was. First and Berglund for Kapanen. Jeez. Well, that was it. That was the only trade. Oh, a 10-1 win over the... Oh, we go back. Yeah, I think let's claim Michael Backlund. We have the money. It wouldn't break us. Let's just claim Michael Backlund back. Let's get him back. We traded him for Jake McCabe, and then we just went out and got him back. That's amazing. I love that. Let's keep current ticket prices. Okay. Come on. So a 10-1 win, a 4-3 loss, 7-3 win, oh man, another 12-1 loss to the Jeez Louise, to the Winnipeg Jets. 6-1. Okay, so we're playing pretty well. All things considered. The Avalanche have fired their head coach. We're taking points. I mean, we are right up there competing for the lead of the division. 7-1 win, 4-2 win. Okay, that 4-1 win over the Kings is huge. I should have maybe done that one, because that's Kopitar's return. Okay, we should be in the playoffs now. So we got 2 games left. We're going to go ahead and actually just make it 1 game. Simulate up. Okay, awesome. We're winning games with a lot more regularity. 7-2-1 in our last 10 have been. This is a much improved team from what we were at the beginning of the year, where we were just kind of middle, floating around. Andrei Kopitar, 83 overall, just like I said he would be. And he has 3 power play points here in 19 games, so I wonder if that helped their power play at all. He also is able to slot up higher in the lineup, so if an injury happens to a center, we have multiple centers who can take over who are very good players. So Giroux can play center, Bluger can play center, Kopitar can play center, Ruzicka, Hayton, Keller, even Rylan Rupp could probably play center in a pinch if I needed him to. I mean, he's pretty. I mean, he can take faceoffs. He's pretty good defensively. So that's a pretty exciting lineup. Okay, so those centers afford us a great luxury of just depth at that position, to where injuries almost don't even matter. Like, we have so many guys who can play that role. It's fantastic. So let's get in here. So the Coyotes, so we've won the division. So that's great. The Ducks still need to beat us though. So we could really mess this up, because what would happen here is we would play the Wild. If the Ducks win... Okay, so wait, so the Ducks are in. No, wait, hold up. They're not in because they have more loser points. So if they lose, then the Flames are in? Yeah, if they lose, the Flames are in. So, and if they win, they're in. Because the Wild are already in. Okay. This is the only game left on the NHL schedule. The Rangers and Islanders too. Okay. So if we win, then who is it? The Blackhawks? Yeah, if we win, the Blackhawks play the Ducks. And if the Ducks win, we play the Ducks. And then the Blackhawks play the Wild. Okay, so this is us determining who we play. Do we play the Ducks or the Wild? So let's go in there and find out. We'll do this game and then we'll call it for today. We'll look back at the year too. So first period, Rylan Rupp scores. Fantastic. Let's go, kid. Barrett Hayton gets a shorthanded goal halfway through right at the beginning of the second period. Henrique scores on the same power play though, so I'll take it. That's a pretty good evener. They are out shooting us pretty badly though. Power play for us as I take a sip of water. Power play for them as I finish my sip of water. And another power play for us. Come on, let's just hold on. I want to win some 2-1 games. That's playoff hockey. Good job. Good freaking job. So that means we play the Minnesota Wild, who we played pretty well, I think. What's our season record against the Minnesota Wild? We won 7-1 last time we played them. We lost to them the time before that. We don't play them that much, do we? We lost to them the time before that, so we are 1-2-0. We only played them 3 times. Yeah, okay, so we played them, I guess, 3 times. We lost 2-1-1. Okay. That's not fantastic, but the one time we played them with our current roster, we absolutely slaughtered them. It was 7-1. We made the first round. We need to win more than just making the playoffs. Okay, so let's get in here and check these lines now. We are 8-1-1 in our last 10. Wow, fantastic. This team has turned it up. So this first line, oh no, I'm gonna have to do this. I shouldn't have done. That's my fault. I shouldn't have done. Let me go do it in the Stat Central. Wow, holy crap! This is why I don't really care for Stat Central. Is it just kind of spoils everything. I like going through it one at a time, even if it takes longer. I think it's a little more like, ooh, it's a little more suspense in it. So Claude Giroux just had the season of his career. I mean, he had 102 points in 2018, but I mean, come on. Oh, the game can't even register over 100. Okay, that's interesting. That's really strange, actually. So he had 97 points and 40 goals. It's his best goal scoring year ever. 57 assists is not even really close to his most assist total. He's a helper. He's a playmaker. But he put up the goal numbers this year. 20 power play points, only 6 of those goals, by the way. So he dined out. He was fantastic. Claude Giroux, man. Love that guy. Like, that was, what a good signing. You know, I almost want to that almost makes me want to re-sign him into his 37 year, like his 37 age year. See, his 2 years with us, he scored 79 points in 77 games and then 97 points. Claude Giroux scored 176 points, including 67 goals for the Arizona Coyotes. This guy is amazing. So that means he passed... Oh, wow. Actually, yeah. So if he had scored 176 goals with us, that means one of his first points... not goals, points. One of his first points is, like 13th point with us or something like that, would have put him over 1,000. So he scored 1,000 with us. That's a cool moment. It's a really cool moment. He's pretty close to 400 goals. If he plays another year, he'll get there, and he'll probably get to 1,200 points. That's pretty good for him, man. That's awesome. This is one thing that I wish the NHL games had. Is I wish they had records, all-time points leaders, and not just like a static list of them. I want like one that updates with the as the years go on. So like in your career mode, like I want, if Ovi scores, if you're playing without injuries and Ovi plays until he's like 40 or 38 and he just is ungodly, like he's Ovi. If he's Ovi for 5 years and he scores 50 goals and he passes Gretzky, like I want that to update on the all-time points record. And I want like a like this screen, honestly, or like the Stat Central screen where it just shows it, there's nothing like that in this game. Like, you come over here and there's like playoff stats. That's it. That's all you get. Like, I want to go and I want to look at like my team's all-time points for like individual seasons, and also just all-time. Like I want to be able to go and see like, 176 points for us. That puts Claude Giroux 15th all-time. Like something like that. Like that. I just want that more in-depth statistics tracking. And I know that's got to be tough to make the game like remember all this stuff and form the lists. And I mean, I get it. I'm not a developer. Like, I understand it's not easy, and I'm sure they're working on a shoestring budget over there because, let's be honest, hockey fans, we know we're at this point we're not even fourth string anymore. Like, soccer is getting more popular in North America than this is. And certainly FIFA, Madden, NBA, all those games get a lot more money and time. MLB as well. Not necessarily time, but a lot more money, a lot more budget, bigger studios, bigger development teams. Like, so they have the resources necessary. And I understand, you're a small team, which they're not small. I mean, EA Vancouver is not a tiny team by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, they are EA. But, they're not Madden. They're not the team that makes Madden. Like, they don't have those resources, and they have to take those resources they do have and still try and turn a profit and sell, microtransactions, your HUT cards and stuff like that. So I get it. I really would like to see some, like, really good in-depth, like, stat track, like, for nerds. Like something like Eastside Hockey Manager has, like being able to go on and see like all-time points scoring leaders and stuff like that for your team is just so cool. So beyond Claude Giroux, who had a fantastic year, we also have Teuvo Teravainen, who comes out with just a absolute rocket of a year. That second half, he had that game, it was earlier in this video, he had that 5-point game, and since then he just hasn't slowed down. 20 goals, only 20 goals, but 74 assists. That is just, oh boy. So he had 20 goals 2 years in a row, but a lot more of assists this year. So that's awesome. That's great for Teravainen. I just hope it Doesn't make him too expensive because we got to re-sign him. So that's 2 guys on expiring deals that just had those years. Clayton Keller had a fantastic year, 82 points in 82 games. You know, a little disappointed in that -4. I'm not gonna lie. What was Giroux? Giroux was a +9. He was a +9. Yeah, okay, so Denis Gurianov really does hurt our team's defensive, at least this year. I mean, like, oh boy, that's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. He made Clayton Keller a minus player. How do you make Clayton Keller a minus player? This dude's friggin'. You put him in the simulation? Come on. Yeah, what? Plus 18 on that god awful team we were in 2021. And then plus 33, plus 31, and then I put him with Denis Gurianov, and all of a sudden he's a -4. That's not the best look, but I don't think Clayton Keller is going to have to play with Denis Gurianov too much longer. I think that's going to be more of a problem for Barrett Hayton next year, because Rylan mother flippin' Rupp is so good. He said, nah, 43 goals in 82 games is impressive, but I want to do one better. I'm going to score 53 in 79. 80-point season, 53 goals, 27 assists, plus 34, 17 power play points, 14 power play goals. Towards the end of the year, he started getting a lot of power play goals, but still 9 game winners. Like, this guy, he's an 88 overall. Yeah, that's your first line winger right there. This is your 3 guys, Rupp, Keller, and then you got OEL and Chikrin down there, and Soderstrom coming up, but we'll get to those guys later. So OEL, 59 points. That's pretty good. He's back up to his what he got for us in the first year of the simulations. He's very consistent. He's going to get you right around 20 goals, right around 40 assists, or just under 40 assists, and he'll put up around 60 points, or, high 50s points. Like, what can you say if he isn't consistent? 6 power play points, not as much as he did last year. So that's actually very impressive. He had his best year for us in 3 years since 2021, and he did it with half as many power play points. A lot of 5-on-5, and a shorty too. Got a shorty. So you have he has 3 shorthanded points. Oh, he scores 3 shorthanded points a lot, I see. So good for OEL. You gotta love it. That's the captain right there. So that's awesome. Barrett Hayton, how did he do for us last year? Okay. So he had 29 goals last year and 27 assists. He missed some time. He missed was it 8 games? Yeah, 8 games, and he still managed to put up 1 more point, a lot more assists. He was down on goals, but 1 more point, that's fine. And he didn't even have as many power play points. Had 6 fewer power play points than he did last year. So that's fine with me. That's awesome. Maybe not the growth we wanted to see, but that's a great second line player. Plus 24. That's a big deal too. So that's awesome from Barrett Hayton. Dougie Hamilton was, he proved himself. He's a very important member of this team on defense, and I don't want to get rid of him. I think he's just too important. Obviously him and Teravainen are the 2 big guys we have to re-sign. And then Soderstrom as well. And I'm sure there's a few others. But I don't want to lose Hamilton, and I don't want to lose Teravainen. And luckily, I think I've put myself in a position where hopefully I won't have to lose either of them. That's why I ended up not going for that Shesterkin deal. That's why, we traded we don't have to re-sign, what's his name? We don't have to re-sign Schwartz. We don't have to re-sign There wasn't. Oh, it was. We got rid of Olofsson, who made a lot of money and was a great player. Was a great player for us. Was probably a great player for the team he's on now. But to be honest, we just didn't need him. It was time to move on. But I'm really, really happy like with what I've done, and I think I've set us up in a position where we should have a lot of room because we have like over almost $8 million in space coming off just from Anze Kopitar because we're not going to re-sign him. And then we'll see about Giroux, but he's clearly the third, or not even. He's like fifth on my importance of re-signing list, my priorities. So yeah, so Dougie Hamilton here, 16 goals, his best in the simulation so far, 41 assists. So down on assists, but up on goals, and ended up 57 points. Plus 5 instead of 23, so a bit down on that. Had some more penalty minutes, scored more power play points, but consistent. 60, 57, 57. Him and OEL, that's what they do. Now, Anze Kopitar scored 54 points, but he did not score all those with us. He's only scored 8 with us. He's playing fourth line center for us. But we didn't pay him like he was going to be scoring 46 points. Let's be completely honest. The big thing you need to see, time on ice per game. Like, come on. We're playing him 4 minutes less. That's what we need him for. We're just trying to get the power play sparked. Oh yeah, let me see that. He did get 3 power play points for us, so I don't know. I don't know if our power play can be helped. Here's the guy I'm just confused by, Denis Gurianov. Now I'm like all the way over here. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, now see, last year he was a set plus 17. I think he just had one of those years. I think it must have been just every one of those games that we like lost like 12-1. We had 2 or 3 games where we gave up 10 goals or more, which is not good. So Gurianov, 23 goals, 29 assists, 52 points. You know, one better than last year, but he's done his first line winger. He's going to be a second line guy. He's going to be playing with Hayton. That should help him out defensively. I'm not super concerned with Gurianov, and he's signed for cheap. I mean, under 5 for a guy who can give you 20 goals consistently. That's fine with me. Because, he's got 23, 17, had a bit of a down year, 26, 22, 20. Even though that's in real life, but still. Dmytro Timashov, good little depth signing, has apparently never played in the playoffs? No, he's never played a playoff game before. Interesting. Ended up with 10 points more than he had last year. Not bad at all. 9 power play points for us. Interesting. Teddy Bluger, one of those offseason pickups, was fine. Had 29 points. Is that a career best? I believe that is a career best. Yes, it is. 29 points. Good for him. That's awesome. Good for him. Picked him up from Boston, wasn't it? Yeah. He's been passed around. He's been played a full season at Pittsburgh, went to Toronto, and then Boston, and then out to Arizona. And he's been slowly improving ever since. So good for Bluger. And important thing too was he was a +2. Nothing crazy. He gets a lot of takeaways. 45 takeaways is not an insignificant amount. Connor Sheary ended up with that's not many. That's like 7 goals for us, 12 assists. Not bad. He started out pretty hot because he was kind of playing above where he should be because we had that hate injury. But knowing that he can, and he performed pretty well, I mean, not bad at all. Though I think if that happened again, I'd probably put Timashov up there because very impressed with Dmytro Timashov. 18 takeaways, 25 giveaways. I mean, nothing crazy. Jacob Chikrin, 21 points this year. Only, what do you have? 8 goals? 6 goals. 6 goals, 21 assists. Sorry, I misread that. 27 points this year. Plus 8. Nothing to write home about. Good player. Solid defenseman. Jesse Puljujärvi had a cool little 23 points. Just came out of that. Like, he's been good for us. I mean, he had some down years where he was just, like, playing nowhere. Just not even really getting a chance to play, and has come out and proven himself to be very consistent. Fourth line caliber guy who puts up right around 10 goals. 11 and 11 for us in the last 2 years. He's resigned. He's up at the end of this year. Interesting. Jesper Faust did not score that many with us, did he? Yeah, no, he scored 4 goals, 2 assists in 13 games. It's another guy, injury replacement guy. Ruzicka as our third line center, 21 points. Nothing crazy. How'd he do in 30? He had more takeaways than giveaways. Awesome. Oh, wrong button. Pressed the wrong button. I was on Adam Ruzicka. Okay, Victor Soderstrom in his rookie year. Yeah, he did not play. He only played 5 games last year. So in his rookie year, did get 2 goals, 18 assists for 20 points. Took a lot of penalties though. Gave away the puck a lot too. Probably wasn't helping out our boy back there. Igor Lyabushkin. Ilya Lyabushkin was exactly what he is. He's serviceable. 17 points. Not bad at all. Jake McCabe ended up with 17 points. How many did he actually get for us, though? Apparently has also never played a playoff game. Interesting. So he had 4 points in 20 games for us and was a +9. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I wanted to see. What was his... he's never played in the playoffs. Jake McCabe. Never played in the... Interesting. Capobianco in 25 games had 4 assists, or 4 points. JCB ended up with 1 assist. Not bad. So we got some depth guys down there, Capobianco, Bodin, and we also have Michael Backlund still sitting around in there somewhere. And then let's check these goalies. Oh, oof. So Elvis Merzlikins ends up with a 898 save percentage. Lower goals against average than he had last year, to be fair. Not amazing, though, to be completely honest. Kaapo Kakkonen ends up with an 899 after having a 940 last year in 5 games. He did play 31 games. How many games did Merzlikins? He only played 61 games. Wait. What? Hold up. Oh, I guess they can have more than 82 because of getting pulled and stuff like that. Still kind of disappointing. In 31 games, he ends up with an 899, 3.16 goals against average. He got the team 27 points. Merzlikins ends up with 37 wins. I'd like to get a goalie who can get over a 900, though. That would be nice. So that's pretty much it. I guess we'll just take a glance down here and check these prospects, how they've grown, and then we're going to call it for today. So Dellandrea, Knights, Machelli, and Eskalinen. Eskalinen's going to be ready for the NHL like so soon, like next year. Damn, he's going to be so good. So Shiri will probably be the guy who gets lost. So that's another okay, so we got a lot of money coming off the books. Connor Shiri, Kopitar. That's a lot of money. 7.25 million. 5.9 million. That's quite a bit. We do have to re-sign some guys though, so it's not cheap. Jake McCabe is also here. Jake McCabe is signed for next year. Don't know if he's going to stick around or if we maybe try and trade him. He was like, treat him like a rental, and then we sell him at the draft. We'll see how that I think that depends on how he plays in the playoffs. So before we go into the playoffs, I want to change the line. I want to just flip that around. That is going to be how it's going to be. Man, I kind of want to put Teravainen up there. Teravainen was so good with Rylan Rupp. I think I'm going to put Giroux, Hayton, Guryanov as the second line. And I'm going to put Teravainen, Keller, and Rupp, because that's like leading point man. I mean, Giroux was our leading point man, but Teravainen 90 points, Rylan Rupp 50 goals. Like, Clayton Keller was a point a game player, but he can do better than that, and we all know it. So I'm gonna do that. I was also thinking I might swap around Kopitar, but I think we leave it like this. And so that will be our lineup going into the playoffs next week against the Minnesota Wild. So a team that has kind of been not the best, not bad though, perfectly fine. 40 wins, they should be happy. Did kind of squeak in. It was a tough division, tough conference, especially right there in the middle. Very tight in the wild card race. So I would like to thank you for watching. If you liked this, please leave a like or subscribe or whatever, or don't. But it's appreciated if you do, though. Thank you very much for watching. I have been Kaka. You have a great day and take care.